Yep, perfect.
Still really bright behind us, but.
Okay, let's get this show on the road.
All right.
Good afternoon, it's Robert and Julia Miller with the J. Patel Group and Rethink Real Estate with another exciting real estate
Exciting.
update. What episode?
Riveting.
Riveting.
We are on episode 80,
80.
this week. Woohoo!
All right, 20 below 100.
Done 80. And don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. Share with a friend. Sharing is caring. And I wanted to say that our goal for the end of the year is to have 200 subscribers. So if you're not already subscribed and you've been watching us for a little while and you know that you want to stick around with us, like and subscribe down below.
That's kind of cool. How many do we have now?
We are 120, a little over 120, I believe.
We can do that,
Yes.
no problem.
Yes, we can. So.
All right, let's get rolling. You got a joke for us?
Well, I have words of advice.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's my mission, so maybe it's everyone's
Your
mission.
personal
maybe not.
mission?
Right. To be so busy loving my life that I have no time for hate, regret, that's the hardest word for me, worry, fret, or fear. Yeah,
It's a good goal.
That's
I like that.
my mission in life.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna lighten it up a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay. Uh-oh.
All right. I've got
Okay.
math made simple.
Math
Okay.
made simple. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you have $20 and your wife has $5,
Uh-huh.
she has $25.
Makes sense to me.
Right?
Right.
Math made simple.
Right.
All right, let's get rolling with a little bit of history. A lot of history this week.
Good. Okay.
1994, on June 17th, O.J. Simpson leads police on a low-speed chase down
Oh,
an
boy.
L.A. freeway. That
oh
was
boy.
hilarious. All right, 1983, the unmanned U.S. probe Pioneer 10 leaves the solar system.
That's awesome.
Yep,
These are big headlines.
yep. Thurgood, in 1967, Thurgood Marshall becomes the first black Supreme Court Justice, June 13th.
A great day in history. Yep.
1966, the Supreme Court rules on June 13th, all criminal suspects must be read their rights. The Miranda rights. And that came from Miranda versus Arizona.
Which was he was very guilty.
Well, ironically, in 1976, he was stabbed to death in a bathroom, a bar bathroom, during a poker game.
Karma.
So, karma.
Read up on the story. You'll understand what I mean.
Okay. 1951, the first commercial computer, Univac 1, debuts at the U.S. Census, June 14th.
Ah.
1877, the first observance of U.S. Flag Day is held
Happy
June 14th.
Flag Day.
Happy Flag Day, and that is today.
That is today,
That's correct.
Very good.
1885, on June 17th, the Statue of Liberty arrives in New York packed in 200 crates.
Wow.
The first Lego.
Lego project.
First Lego project, 200 crates.
Wow, 1885.
Yep.
Nice.
And then back to Flag Day, 1777, on June 14th, the Continental Congress adopts the new U.S. flag.
The new flag. All right.
So there you go.
So in case you're new around here, we kind of do jokes at the beginning, or mine wasn't a joke today, but anyway, history, and then we jump into the news. Then after the news, we go into current interest rates and inventory in our part of the Northwest Valley.
Very hot topics.
Hot topics. So today we're looking to answer a couple questions. Will prices, house prices, home prices, continue to rise? We'll see where the news takes us on that discussion. And then what action will the Federal Reserve take today? Because they are meeting today.
Right.
They should be done. I haven't heard.
No, it goes
Yet.
on tomorrow,
Oh.
and I think Thursday as
not a
well. They'll
one-day
make the
meeting.
official announcement tomorrow, but I'll tell you what I got.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so from Melissa's Monday Mortgage Minute, Melissa Vasiliev is with Bay Equity,
Bay Equity.
excellent mortgage provider. If you're in the need, she's highly recommended by us. As you may have seen last week, the inflation report, CPI, came in at 8.6%. Wowzer. Now, the Fed has already did a quarter point raise of the rate, but it appears that is not anywhere near
It's not enough.
So,
Which is why they're meeting again
basically,
today.
the Fed is way behind the curve and had a lot of work ahead of them. The problem with last week's inflation report is that some economists expected inflation to at least moderate in last week's report and throughout the summer, but instead it appears that it may be re-accelerating. That's not good news.
That's not good news.
Inflation has been a problem for more than a year now, and as of this moment, the Fed have only raised the Fed fund rate by 0.25. There it was.
0.25. Okay.
So the Fed is meeting this week. There is expectations that they're going to take a much more drastic rate increase, basically anywhere from 0.5 to a full point. So
Something
they're going to announce that
interesting,
tomorrow.
yeah. Something interesting though that we heard today from our broker, designated broker, Chad. Grab him. Hello, Chad. Chad said that he is under the understanding, I'm not sure where he's gotten this information, but he's under the understanding that when we hit this type of inflation, which it's been a few years since that's happened, it took 9 months, in the past anyway, for this type of inflation to correct. It took 9 months for it to correct itself.
Okay.
Or correct.
What he was combining that he was referring to was the market, the stock market.
Okay.
And essentially yesterday we officially went into a bear market, which means that all three indices, the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P all went into 20% negative territory.
Yeah.
Now the NASDAQ and the Dow are like over 30.
Right, they're worse,
year.
but then the S&P
They
also follow.
yeah, but the S&P finally ticked over 20.
Right.
So that officially put us into a bear market. So yes, he's saying that it will take historically
And we've
6 months, 9 months to.
Well, yeah, we've already
correct.
been in this, not bear market, but inflationary type economy now for 6 months.
Right.
So he's hoping that 9 month historical correction time frame will be what we see.
Yeah, I hope it's not that long, but it's been it's been dragging on a long time.
Yeah.
So,
so tell us, where does this inflation
yeah,
actually
it's interesting.
happen? Where do
I
we
love
see it
this
the most?
chart where inflation is and isn't.
Isn't.
So if you use the flat line of the medium line of 8.6% inflation overall, which is where we're at right now. At the very top, no surprise, gasoline is up 48.7%.
Yes. I still see friends buying trucks. I'm like, what?
They're electric.
No, they're not.
Airbnb, airfare. We do have Airbnb on here, but airfare 37.8. Again, that's tied to fuel. Transportation tied to fuel 19.4. Hotel rooms up 19.3. Household energy 19.1. Used vehicles 16.1. And new vehicles are also up 12.6.
Yeah, I thought used vehicles were dropping now.
Well, I think that's probably is a drop,
yeah,
even
maybe
though
it has.
16.1 is probably a drop.
Okay.
And then, of course, food at home is up 11.9.
Yeah.
And then you go below the 8.6, so these would be items that are bucking the interest rate or the inflation rate just a little bit. Food at restaurants, 7.4. Housing, 6.9. There you go. Appliances, 6.4. Rent, 5.2. We've been talking about how high rent's getting, but it's actually hitting some resistance now, and it's up 5.2%.
It's up, but not as bad as what it could have been. Yeah.
Alcohol, 4%.
Oops.
So feel free to have a glass of wine. It's beating the
It is beating the median.
yeah.
The overall
Medical
inflation.
care 3.7. Prescription drugs only 1.9%.
All right.
That's great.
Okay.
There are actually a couple below inflation,
In
so
the
negative
negative.
inflation. Rental cars 0.3.
If you can find them.
Yeah, and IT hardware and services are as at negative 1.4.
There
So,
you go.
There you go. That's kind of where the inflation's at.
Okay. Well, thanks for that special report.
Yes, thank you,
Did
Melissa.
that, that came from Melissa?
Yep,
Okay.
that's her Monday morning
Monday morning report.
notes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, a little bit of economic news. The housing market is very rate sensitive and often serves as an indicator for the whole economy. We know that.
Okay.
After many years of benefiting from low interest rates, housing is in the first sector now showing effects of recent Federal Reserve rate hikes. So demand is plummeting and home prices may slow or even fall in coming months. So that's good news for buyers, not so good for sellers.
Well, and
But
again, I think that's an overall report. I don't think it applies to the valley. We're not going to see prices drop. That's our question. Will it continue to rise?
yeah, we'll see.
Predictors are saying no, that it will continue to have growth, just not at the
We're going to see some
fast and furious.
slowing. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
So
It's just not going to be fast and furious growth
no.
anymore. It'll be slow, maybe a little more normal.
Just hotter, right?
And just hotter, right? Hotter, not hot. Go back and watch last week.
Not an inferno, it's just hotter.
Right.
Okay. Mortgage applications, this is carrying on this story. Mortgage loan application volume dropped to its lowest level in 22 years last week, reflecting weakness in demand for both purchases and refinances. This was interesting. Aging home stock. According to the American Community Survey, the median age of owner-occupied homes in 2022 is 39 years, up from a median age of 31 years in 2005. So who?
So the person is old or the home is old?
No, the home is old.
Oh, okay.
So who benefits from aging housing?
I don't know.
Remodeling and home improvement industry.
I bet they do. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Housing news.
Wow, those are, for the valley, that's a fairly old home, a 30-year-old home. It'd be, in the 90s?
Yeah.
Early
Believe it or
90s,
not, the 90s were 30
late
years
80s.
ago.
Yeah, I know. It is hard to
Yeah.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's fairly old for a home here in the
For a
valley,
home.
anyway.
Yeah.
A lot
Not
of
out east.
No, not
Those
out
were all
east at
built in
all.
the 1600s.
Right. Okay then.
Moving on.
Moving on.
All right. As we said, the Consumer Price Index,
CPI.
thank you, rose 8.6% year over year. So not the report that they were hoping for.
That's that inflation index.
Especially ahead of this week's meeting. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they come up with tomorrow. Fannie Mae's monthly National Housing Survey finds that only 17% think it's a good time to buy a home. So,
Really?
yeah, housing pessimism is starting to creep in a little
The rest
bit.
of y'all need to call me. I'm going to let you know it's still a good time to buy.
Okay.
Prices are still rising, not as hot and heavy as they were, not as fast and furious.
It's
but-
actually a better time because it sounds like there's going to be a little more inventory and a little more benefit to buyers. So this might be an ideal time. Okay, the European, remember we talked about while we were raising the rate, European Central Bank had said they think they're...
ECB.
ECB, thank you. That they're just going to ride it out. They think that the inflation will die off without any measures on their part. Well, that has changed. European Central Bank last week confirmed its intentions to hike interest rates in July. So they're a few months behind us. They're only going to raise it by 0.25, 25 basic points, and I guess they're going to see too. They'll meet and see if that has an effect on their inflation. So,
yeah. Unfortunately, the war in Ukraine is having a toll for one thing, and then unfortunately the pandemic continues to have an effect. and will, so.
Yeah, we got a lot of things going on that aren't conducive to a strong economy, so
Right.
we're just going to have to hang in there. Okay, rates did tick back up. The 30-year was at 5.402.
Okay.
It came out this week at 5.502.
Okay.
15-year 4.495 is now up to 4.59. And the VA went from 5.040 up to 5.065. So it's not dramatic, but we are seeing it ticking up a little bit.
Okay.
Inventory also ticks up. Another 1,000 units
Woo!
got added.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the Valley was at 10,263 active listings. As of about an hour ago, they were at 11,248. So
And again, these are active only. We don't count coming soon because
Right.
we don't know what's going to happen with those necessarily. So we just look at active.
right. Closer to home, same thing. Peoria went from 342 to 380, and Surprise
Ooh.
went from 363. They're now over 410.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
We added almost
a little more
50.
inventory for you buyers.
That's right.
So let us know if you're looking in those two cities for a home and would like us to do some research for you. Please let us know.
Yeah, it's funny. I had a buyer tell me the end of last week, well, this is what I'm looking for, because I had sent her home, hey, you should take a look at this. It's one of our newest listings coming up. And she says, well, this is actually what I'm looking for. Funny thing is, I had a potential seller call me today, and she had that exact house. So,
Right.
there we go.
So we're optimistic
So,
that we may.
if you're really looking and seriously looking, let us know. That way we can keep our eyes and ears open
Right.
for those coming soon listings or potential listings even. So,
Exactly. All right, continuing with inventory, Trilogy at Bastante has 20 homes available, the most affordable being $537,500.
yeah.
Most expensive, $1,399,000.
We keep approaching that 1.5, 1.5.
Well, we had one sale at 1.5.
I
That
know.
one over at Mita. And
That's our cap right now.
yeah, that's kind of the high bar that
and
everybody's
we're
shooting
kind of
for.
keep
so.
bumping up to it.
Yeah.
It had an Olympic sized pool in the backyard. So,
Yeah, that was an
Not everybody has
amazing
that.
home. $300,000 just in the backyard. Amazing home.
yeah.
Okay, Vistancia Village, 26 homes available. Most affordable, $479,900. Most expensive, $1,250,000. So
All
we'll
right.
keep watching that to see if that one goes. Blackstone Country Club, I think this is the same. 7 homes available. 890,000, the most affordable. 2,950,000
Yeah, it
still
seems
tops
like,
the list.
Yeah, it seems like it's the same bottom and top.
Yeah.
But we must have gotten a couple more, right? We had like 5.
No, I think it was 7.
Was it
I could be
7?
wrong. It may have been 9, but anyway,
all right. Yeah,
it didn't seem to move very much.
No.
Portobello, 9 homes available, 440,000, the most affordable. 897,000 tops the list. Sun City Grand, 34 homes available, 369,000, the most affordable. 859,000, the most expensive. Sun City West, 90 homes. I was wondering if they
Ooh, wow.
might go over 100, but
They
they didn't. They pretty much
might.
stayed right where they were. I think they were at 89 maybe last week.
Yeah.
So 90 homes, most affordable 209,900, and the most expensive 879,900. Finally, Westbrook Village has 7 homes available, another tight range.
Yeah.
Most affordable 412,500, most expensive 632,000.
They're still keeping it small over there.
Yeah, they always
7.
have a very tight range. It's amazing.
And only 7 listings. I mean,
Well, it's they
it's
just
not a
never
very
have
big
very
community.
many.
It's what, 1,600?
Great location.
you said
You
It
know,
is.
highly desirable community, so they never have very many.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it is a great area for sure.
All right, that's our report for this
That's it.
week, and everybody have a blessed week. We've been getting out and walking as early as possible, and I
Early.
tell you, it's pretty nice.
It's
it
not
was
bad, especially this morning.
Yeah, it was 78. I think, when
78 when
started,
we
and
first got up.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what
It
it
was
was. when we were
82 or
walking.
something when
yeah.
we walked, and it was still very pleasant.
It
So
was nice, yeah.
still get up and get your exercise in
Yes.
early before the heat turns on, and then It is what it is.
It is what it is. You gotta make the best of it.
Yep. Have a blessed week, and we will see you again next week.